Good morning, Wjvs. Welcome back to today's edition of WJVS News. I'm Jonathan Grantonic.
And I'm Briley Blancato. Today is Tuesday, February 4th, and we've got some news and updates for you. Starting off with a look at our Peek at the Week. Over to you, John.
Thanks, Briley. Here's a look at our week. Today, February 4th, team passes are due by noon. Tomorrow, there will be a team period.
Today, instead of our usual segments, we have a special treat for you all. Let's see what our correspondents have to say about the controversial Groundhog's Day.
Every year on February 2nd, the small town of Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania comes alive with the excitement of Groundhog Day, a beloved tradition where thousands gather at Gobbler's Knob before sunrise to witness the famous Punxsutawney Phil emerge from his burrow. With great fanfare, members of the inner circle dressed in top hats and tuxedos consult the legendary groundhog as he predicts the weather. If Phil sees his shadow, 6 more weeks of winter await, but if not, an early spring is on the way. The event, filled with cheers, music, and a sense of whimsy, has captured the hearts of many, turning a simple folklore tale into an iconic American spectacle celebrated nationwide. Some may question Phil's accuracy, claiming that he has a low accuracy in his predictions. Despite that, this year, Phil unfortunately saw his shadow and predicted 6 more weeks of winter, so bundle up.
Despite what you may think, Groundhog's Day is a heavily debated topic. Today, we have Briley Blancato and Mr. TheRoo here to debate their sides of the story.
Briley, thank you for having me today.
Of course. So, my take on this groundhog, whatever his name is, Phil, is that he is a phony, and he doesn't know anything about the weather.
He's a phony?
Yes.
And who would you rather have?
I would rather have no groundhog, that we just let the weather go through its course, but Freddy is the better choice.
Oh, French Creek Freddy.
Yeah.
You mean the second most popular groundhog in all of America?
He's just a chill, nonchalant groundhog.
He's got a bad attitude. He just sat down with an interviewer the other day, and he was, insulting him during the interview.
Well, that interviewer must have needed to be insulted then.
I think it's very clear from the video that Punxsutawney Phil has thousands of fans that come every year.
I think it's more crazy that you're even saying that a groundhog could have an attitude, because he is, in fact, a groundhog.
What are you going to say next? That there's no Santa Claus? No, there is. These are beings that supersede the normal.
So you're saying at your big grown age that you still believe in an old man that climbs through the chimney?
Yeah. How else do the presents get under the tree? I think it's very clear that Phil, who has been doing this job for over 100 years, comes out, he speaks fluent groundhogese, and he tells us whether or not he sees his shadow, and that determines the weather.
Groundhogese is a myth. All those top hat men, they're all schizos, delusional.
That's a little crazy. It's not a myth. It's on videotape.
It's not.
We just saw it.
He doesn't even open his mouth. He says nothing.
He doesn't need to open his mouth. You don't know how the workings of a groundhog.
These people's minds are doing the work for him. They're all hearing it in their mind.
In their mind?
Yes.
No, he's speaking groundhogese. They
Definitely
pull him out.
not.
They put him on the carpet. It's a whole thing.
Definitely not.
It is a beloved American tradition, and I don't know if you're just mad at his prediction or you're unwilling to believe what you saw in front of your own eyes.
I'm not unwilling to believe anything. I am angry that he thinks that he can predict the weather, because he's only 30% right.
I mean, over a long enough timeline, sure, but 30% is pretty good.
No, it's not.
Especially, he's been
Not
doing this
compared to
job
Freddie.
for 100 plus years.
Freddie is 50%.
He's an imposter, and he's only been doing it 3 years. It's
And
easy to be
50%.
50%.
He's still got a better rating.
Over that time, that doesn't count. He's been right one
I
time.
bet you once Phil is all washed up, which he already is almost there, Freddie's going to swoop right in
Yeah.
And he's going to predict the weather way better than Phil ever could.
Your generation has no respect for tradition. Unlike me, who I love Punxsutawney Phil.
If your tradition is full of lies, that's fine.
Well, I guess agree to disagree, but let's see what the viewers think.
Okay.
Now, let's take a moment to honor our nation by reciting the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
If senior students would like their senior pictures in the yearbook instead of issued school photos, then they can email mia.myers@jeffjvs.org. All senior pictures should be in by the end of March.
Last Tuesday, the Edison swim team competed against Lindsley and East Liverpool. Junior Isaac Putter contributed to a third-place finish in the 400 free relay.
Last Friday, Indian Cree traveled to Dover for a dual meet. Junior Elijah Bright placed second in the 100 breaststroke and helped his team to a second-place finish in the 200 free relay. Junior Elia Duke placed second in the 100 backstroke and helped her team to a second-place finish in the 200 medley relay.
Next up for our JVS swimmers is the sectional meet at Steubenville High School this Saturday, where the top finisher in each individual and relay event will advance to the district tournament at Ohio University. The district tournament will also include 29 at-large individual qualifiers and 21 at-large relay qualifiers based on the top times from sectional tournaments in the Central, East, and Southeast divisions.
Be sure to wish Creek swimmers Elijah Bright, Caden Canestraro, and Elia Duke, and Edison swimmers Isaac Putter and Luke Linscott good luck.
Remember, if you would like something announced on the show, morning news request forms can be found in the front office. Please submit your forms to Mr. Long or Miss Wilson for approval.
And that wraps up another edition of WJVS News. Thank you for joining us, and have a great day, everyone.
Remember, stay informed, stay engaged, and make it a great day, JVS. We'll see you live tomorrow morning with more news and updates. This is WJVS signing off.